Hello everybody, Mr. Pace. I wanted to bring you up to speed on some facts about some events that took place with the Sheriff's Department, the DA's office, and the El Paso County District Court. Recently, my brother-in-law was put in for a furlough and basically denied that furlough last week in court because he didn't have the necessary security around him, and the court couldn't be basically assured that there would be someone to keep an eye on him instead of just letting him run loose. My brother-in-law was accused of some pretty screwed up crimes, and he's going to face the penalty for that. Earlier on, his mother, who had a stroke and was on hospice and passing away for several months, was on death's doorstep when I went down and asked them to get a video thing done so he could say goodbye to his mother before she passed away. Well, the Sheriff's Department fucked that up. Everything was authorized, and then they went into lockdown, and they're claiming they couldn't do anything about it. Bullshit. Okay? I have the recordings of the calls I have with everybody involved in Sheriff Eldridge just covering for his ass like Chief Kerry. I got no respect for either one of you anymore. Pretty much done. Next time you see me, you might as well just kick my fucking ass, because that's pretty much how I feel about it. So, with that, I have pretty much been a staunch supporter of anybody who runs against the Wallace Waller for DA. And I've done that because the gentleman that he's running against, Mr. Allen, actually works in the DA's office doing the DA job. I'd always want to hire someone with actual experience versus a putz that's sitting on his ass collecting a $200,000 check if he gets elected. And Mark Waller is part of the problem, not part of a solution. While I have watched Mr. Waller talk shit about my team, other people in the room, and use the dais as his own little command center, me and him got into it a couple weeks ago over something telling me I couldn't speak. Yeah, fuck you, Mark. You don't have a right to tell anybody what to say. The First Amendment does, okay? And you don't qualify for anything more than just an elected official in some little county. And we got at it. It's in a video, by the way, and I dressed him down. Actually, I dressed them all down because I don't work for them. So that was probably screw up number one, where I basically told a bunch of elected officials, piss off. Okay, but at least I'm me and I did it. Because they don't have a right to tell us how to talk. That's why nobody shows up at these meetings. They're afraid of being arrested. Not me. Shit, you want to bring all the cops and deputies you want to those meetings. I have no problem fighting with them if they want me to. I will defend myself 100%. No questions asked. Win or lose. Won't be the first time, probably won't be the last. Now, on this, Beth DeStefano is the extra duty officer. Suddenly, it dawned on me that they could have extra duty to have someone escort Mr. Doherty from custody to the church, to the funeral, and back. Filled this out and it got approved. This is the extra duty request. Then, on Friday, in an upbeat tone, Mr. DeStefano basically said everything's going fine, we're moving forward. Leo's lawyers then filed a motion for reconsideration, and I'm still waiting to find out what happened with that. But everybody was working in conjunction because nobody wanted to do anything and take the lead on this to make sure everything was squared away. The judge needed this to show that we had a contract. I got that squared away. Then Leo's lawyer, who thought it was a good idea that Leo say goodbye to his mother at the funeral, get that chance. Now, everybody was aware of what Leo's crimes were, including a DA, who I'm going to file a massive ARC complaint against when I'm done, because she's a liar, and she committed perjury to the court. And I was there to watch it, and that is Miss McKinney, or Kinney, I think that's her name. So then, I go online and basically denounce the police department for killing somebody, executing him in the back, while they were running away. Now, there's all this talk about what's going on and all these things, but an execution's an execution. Okay? Then if that wasn't bad enough, then I found out that Billy Boy endorsed the Walrus. And, well, that makes all the sense in the world. You remember what you did during the election, right? When you came up to me, Billy, and you whispered in my ear, you're not endorsing Angley, are you? Well, I got a memo that says you are. Tell me that's not true. Well, actually, it was none of your fucking business. Now I get to tell you that in a video. Who I vote for is my business. Okay? That was something you did as a sleaze move. Then, if that wasn't bad enough, I called you out for hiring the ex-chief of police, who is, well, let me think about this. Do we know anybody in Woodman Hills that's a cop who's been busting my balls and trying to get me banned from everything under the sun? That would be fucking Troy Stinson, right? See where I'm going? It's all one big cabal, folks, and you have to understand that as long as I remain calm, They don't have a right to throw me in jail, which is what they've been trying to do for years, along with take this house. Okay, so Billy, you're worthless. Okay, that's it. You screwed up when you wouldn't let the kid say goodbye to his mother. Then, because of my political beliefs and the fact that you're supporting, well, who you're supporting for the DA, even though he's worthless and just a career politician, I asked you a simple question. What kickback are you going to get? Now I need to know, what kickback are you going to get? That's to Bill Elder. I already know what you did in hiring the ex-chief of police, who was Troy Stinson's boss. That part I got covered, okay? And why Troy thinks he's going to get away with what he did last year to me while my aunt was dead and my mother was dying in the hospital and I couldn't go because I was stuck here dealing with the Stinson matter. And of course, everybody thinks I'm fucking around when I say I'm going to hold Troy accountable. Period. That's it. Okay? Now, Mr. Stefano, you did an admirable job. I appreciate it. If you had just told me on Friday that this wasn't going to go anywhere, I wouldn't have pushed the matter. That's why I did what I did, and I brought everybody into the loop. See what I did? And do me a favor, to all those folks out there with the hollow condolences, fuck you. Don't do it. It's worthless. Okay? Don't tell someone you're sorry for their loss when you're really not. I don't do it unless I actually think the person that is gone is worth it. My mother-in-law was a fucking saint compared to who I am. So, she was a really good people. So, now, today, I will tell you that what Billy Boy and Kerry did, well, I don't know his first name, was intentional and politically motivated. And all done somewhere at some time behind the scenes in some sort of collaboration with Mark Waller, who's now running for DA. It's not a joke, folks. Okay? I came out and told Mr. Waller what I thought about him at several meetings where he tried to have the sheriff's office come and take me out of the room. Mark Waller's not who you think he is. He's actually approved development in this county as a commissioner and done things I would never do as an elected official and allow people to build things without sufficient water. Water. The stuff we gotta have. And the lame excuses go on and on and on. Fact. Just a fact. The way I present it, you may not like it, but it's a fact. Okay? When I disagree with Mark Waller, he told me I couldn't talk about the race at a meeting. It's open, public forum. Just like Troy Stinson tried to shut me up at a meeting, and I jumped up his ass. You know, I always said that accountability has to be accountability. Edward Bendelow, Green, Case, Stinson, and Orestius. Accountability. That's why I said get ready. There will be accountability in this country for people trying to take away the liberty of good American citizens. And I'm a veteran. You ain't taking away my fucking rights without a fight. That's a damn fucking shame who you are. You're a disgrace to the badge. You're a disgrace as a father. You're a shitbag as a husband. You really let your wife troll me on a website? What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, get back to that in a minute. So when I tell people the facts are this. Even Troy Stinson voted to give away water, which is why they want us in Woodman Hills to pay for more water to drill and explore and get it. Because they're giving it away. That letter that I have is a commitment to give away a certain amount of water that nobody ever voted on. So it's not even legal. But Edward Bendelow was here when that went down. Why haven't they replaced him? Because Edward Bendelow could bring them all down to Chinatown because he knows what he's done. He was brought in here because of Green. That's why he's still here. That's why they're still listening to him. That's proof, and it's the truth. Okay? I got that from none other than Walter Porter. Straight up and down. He's an ex-board member. And verified by one other person, and I won't tell you who that was, because I don't want you going down and kicking their door in. You guys screwed up. Mr. Stefano, I don't know why you didn't tell me on Friday that the undersheriff wasn't going to let this go through, but if you had said that, I wouldn't be doing this now on a Monday. I would have just told everybody, don't get your hopes up, which is what I told them the other day. But all the judge wanted was somebody to escort Leo from A to B. That was the big angst by Dan May's office. Okay? And I made that happen. I got this to go, and what did you guys do? Yeah, I know what you did under Sheriff Kerry, right? All right. I'm Mr. Pace. And Mr. Billy, when Mr. Angley does run, if he does run for sheriff again, who do you think I'm going to vote for? Who do you think Whose sign do you think is going to be in my front yard? You think I'm going to vote for Scary Kerry? No. Mr. Kerry, I now know that you're part of the cabal, and this was a politically motivated decision. Everybody knows the crimes that Mr. Doherty committed. We're not even going to debate that. The judge said it. But I gave the court a way to get a son to see his mother, and you took that away from him. You took it away from him. Just remember that. The recording's on the website. Mr. Stefano, you did a great job. And yes, when you say that you're sorry for our loss, coming from you, that's a heartfelt sorry, and that I can accept. Have a nice day, folks. Those are the fucking facts. And I'm Mr. Pace. I drive a truck, a car, and anything else you want to pull me over in. And this is just another continuation of me versus the Sheriff's Department. That's it. And you didn't make me mad, Billy boy. Too bad. Sorry. So sad. Why don't you tell them about that file with all my shit in it you got. Have a nice day, everybody. Remember, if you want to vote for somebody, vote for Mr. Allen, because he has experience doing the job. Don't vote for that other piece of shit. He's a waste of time. And anybody that's ever been to court, gotten a ticket or anything else like that, I implore you to vote for the man that's actually been doing the job, not a career politician that's part of the establishment. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.